This is Juan Soto changing the course of the Yankees franchise right in front of us. Aaron Judge is a Yankee for life. Open up the checkbook, blank check to Juan Soto, making him and Aaron Judge a Yankee for the next decade. Make it happen.
Fly ball onto the track, at the wall, it's gone! Home run!
Turns on a ball, deep right field, and gone!
What a game, what a moment. What is up, my friends? Happy Monday. Welcome to Flippin' Bats Monday episode. Means we got a brand new updated top 10 Major League Baseball power rankings. We have Team of the Week, Player of the Week, Overreaction Monday today. We're going to talk Paul Skenes, his dominant last outing. We'll talk all about that and just how dominant he is in the league right now and where he ranks amongst the game's best. We'll talk him. We'll talk the New York Yankees. Are they the best team in the American League? And the AL MVP race. So we have a lot to talk about. Alex, it's going to be a fun week. Kenley Jansen coming on the show this week.
I love that so much.
Wednesday. Yeah.
I love that so much. It was a crazy week last week, and we're just going to roll it right on through. Because I don't think we got to talk about it on our show, but like Ohtani officially got a day in LA. May 17th is officially Shohei Ohtani Day here in LA. Like, hasn't even been here a full year and already got the keys to the city. He's a legend. His bobblehead night was absolutely insane. There was a line wrapped around the stadium 3 hours before the gates open, and they're already selling for thousands of dollars on eBay.
Yeah, I did not go to that game. I did go to a Dodger game this weekend, though.
I know you did.
Or a Reds game, whatever you want to call it.
If you're at Dodger Stadium, you went to the Dodgers playing the Reds.
But I went for the Reds.
Of course you did.
Elizabeth's from Cincinnati. We sat in the Reds family section. My buddy Buck that I got drafted with, Buck Farmer.
Yeah.
Got to catch up with him.
Oh, that's
just fun. It was a great weekend.
You didn't want to wait in that
Saturday.
3-hour line to get in before the gates open.
I did not want to do that. But yeah, Saturday was fun. Went to Dodger Stadium. It was good. Good weekend. What'd you do this weekend?
I worked, which was great.
Love that.
I loved it. I wish I was at a Dodgers game. Invite.
Yeah.
Next time.
We'll do.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. Like, I'm gonna bring you to a festival. You're gonna invite me to a game.
You have
with
a
all
lot to
of your
bring me to.
hookups.
Festival, Curry, whatever you guys
Curry
call
Farms?
your kitchen. Curry Kitchen.
Yeah. Curry Girls
Farms?
Kitchen?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. No, it's gonna happen.
Supposed to get that invite.
It's gonna happen.
A lot of invites. Waiting for a lot of invites,
Okay.
Alex.
Deal. Fine. Being a little dramatic, but let's get more dramatic because it's time for Overreaction Monday, you guys. I'm going to give Ben some strong statements. He's going to tell me if they're an overreaction or not. So let's get started with our first one here because, boy, did he have a great second outing here. Paul Skenes is currently a top 10 pitcher in Major League Baseball. Overreaction?
Absolutely an overreaction.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Look, I like Paul Skenes. He's great. And if you were to ask me, is he a top 10? Is he one of the most top 10 dominant pitchers in the baseball in Major League Baseball right now? I'd probably say yes to that. But just to say, is he a top 10 pitcher in Major League Baseball? He's had 2 starts, and one wasn't good.
Yeah,
four innings, 3 runs. I know those got cashed in, but even if he went 4 innings and gave up 0 runs, that's not a good start. That's a bad start. So that wasn't great. Fast forward to his most recent start, which was absolutely lights out, dominant, electric. So I just need to see a lot more from him. There's way too many good pitchers in this league right now that have proven it over a long period of time or longer period. I would put Imanaga over. Imanaga hasn't done it for very long, but this year
he's done it right out of the gates. He's been one of the best.
Yeah, he's had one of the best starts to a career you could possibly have. His ERA is 0.84. Honestly, this segment's supposed to be about Paul Skenes, but let's take a second to talk about Shota Imanaga.
Okay,
lowers his ERA to 0.84 on the year. That's the lowest by a non-opener through 9 career starts since the earned run stat became official in 1913.
he's so fun to just like watch him absolutely explode onto the scene here in Major League Baseball, but also like a lot of his comments. Like he said he wanted to have like the Cubs cheering to be his wake up alarm. So he gets up like super excited when he was in New York. He's like, I recognize this from Spider-Man. Like he's just like a cute, like it's just like the personality is so like, it's so wholesome. And it makes you want to root for him. It's so exciting, especially we've talked about this a lot, but when Japanese pitchers like come over to Major League Baseball, there's usually like a little bit of adjustment time. And there was zero for Shota Imanaga.
At least not yet. Good Lord.
Not yet. So, okay, with that being said, because we have like a decent sample size from Imanaga, first we want to say, Paul Skenes, welcome to the show. We love having you here. It has been such a pleasure to watch. But he's only pitched 10 innings in 2 games, 18 punch-outs, though, during that time. Yeah. So what is the proper window? Like, how many games do you need to see a guy like Paul Skenes pitch to be considered in that top rank?
I don't know. Maybe 10 starts. I don't know. Like, even that feels on the low side. But the only reason I almost said the All-Star break, but then we've talked about Imanaga at length, and he hasn't made it half a season yet. I think it's just a feel out thing. Again,
couple months.
I think he's one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball right now. Is he one of the best? Absolutely not. Can't say that. Just can't say it yet. But his most recent outing, much, much, much better. Dominant and a good start. 6 innings, 11 punch outs, no runs. Had a perfect game going for a while. I mean, lights out. Got to that 100 pitch mark, which was great to see. I struck out the first 7 batters of the game, by the way. Wrigley Field.
Incredible.
First start on the road at Wrigley Field. Struck out the first 7 batters he faced. That's the longest streak in Pirates history.
Wow.
Pirates history. I'm a big fan of his. I love watching him pitch. Mm-hmm. He's one of the most dominant pitchers in the game right now, but is he currently a top 10 pitcher? Man, I could just go down a list of Wheeler, Skubal, Cease, Burns, Gilbert, Kirby. I mean, the names just go on that I would put over him right now. But talk to me in 10 starts.
Okay.
If he does,
we'll revisit that.
If he does what he did on, what was it? His last start, Thursday or Friday. If he does that or some version of that for a couple months.
Yeah,
I'll say is a top 10 pitcher in the game of baseball, but we'll see. Time will tell.
We like to pull out receipts, so we'll come back to this.
I got some receipts I'm waiting to pull out.
We've got a lot of receipts coming up this week, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the fight. Okay, let's move to our next overreaction.
Okay.
The Yankees are the best team in the American League.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, baby.
This one's tricky. I'm going to say my answer for this is going to be that's an overreaction. I don't believe the Yankees are the best team in the American League.
What?
I believe they're the best team in the American League right now. But if you want to give me one team for the entirety of the season and playoffs, give me the Baltimore Orioles. I love the way they have done nothing to make me think the contrast. I think we were both high on both the Orioles and the Yankees this year. You had the Yankees in the World Series. And they've done as well as I think we could have imagined or better. The Orioles haven't done anything to make me feel like, man, that was dumb of me to put them in the World Series. I have them in the World Series losing to the Phillies. So I just think 1 through 9 in that Orioles lineup, I'm a little more confident in. Look, there's not a world in which I'll say that Soto and Judge back to back is, that the Orioles have something better than that. But 1 through 9, I love what the Orioles run out there every night. And with the Yankees, it just feels like it has for years where, yes, this Soto addition changes things for the Yankees and that entire lineup. But it feels like they're an injury away from things really being bad. Giancarlo Stanton apparently back right now. Stanton's hitting .252 with 11 homers on the year and .817 OPS. But if he gets hurt or if Judge gets hurt, if one of those guys goes down, I do have worries about that lineup. Whereas the Orioles 1 through 9 and that 1, 2, 3 in the rotation, again, this isn't me hating on the Yankees or the start they've had. I just think I'll take the Orioles as a better team. I do, honestly. If What? Go ahead.
Okay, I have the Yankees going all the way to the World Series.
Yeah.
So you know that I love this.
Yeah.
And I do not think that this is an overreaction, all right? Right now, the Yankees are the best team in the American League. They have the best record. They are first in the AL East. The O's are behind them at second. The Yankees lead Major League Baseball in ERA. They have also scored more and given up less runs than the Orioles. And they just went on a 7-game winning streak, their longest streak since September of 2022, which is... That's a long time ago. They've won their last 5 series or 14-3 in the month of May. They have the power. They have everything going for them right now. So I don't understand how you cannot say that they are the best team in the American League right now.
I could say that. I could say exactly that. And they are. But you asked me this question. Is this right now, or is this like who is overall the best team in the American League? I think the Yankees are the best team in the American League right now. And I think the Orioles are the best team in the American League. And maybe I'm contradicting myself.
But they're doing this without Garrett Cole.
Correct.
Their ace. Like, this is also with Judge getting off to a slow start to the season. Like, he has just really picked it up the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. I almost really fired you up here, Alex. I teeter-tottered back and forth on saying the Yankees might be the 3rd best team in the American League behind the Astros, but I need them to put it together for a little longer.
But they're like, what, 4th? Are they 4th right now?
No, they're not, Alex. They're not 4th any longer. Sorry. We'll have that discussion at a later date.
They bumped it up to.
Look, I really,
Fine.
Record aside,
Fine.
If we take record out of it, yes, I will take the Orioles as the best team in the American League. The Yankees are playing the best in the American League right now.
That doesn't make sense. The Yankees are the best team in the American League, and they are playing the best right now. So they are the best team in the American League.
But I guess then I need you to clarify the question. If it's right now, if it's the Yankees are the best team in the American League right now, then I will say that's not an overreaction. If you were to say what I thought you said, the Yankees are the best team in the American League, I'm going to disagree. I think that's over the long haul, the Orioles.
Well, obviously we disagree because you have the Orioles going to the World Series. I have the Yankees going to the World Series. So we'll just, we'll leave it there. I believe they are the best right now and all the way to the very end. But let's move on to our final overreaction, which kind of ties into all of this. The AL MVP will come from the East.
From the AL East?
The AL MVP will come from the AL East.
I'm going to say that's not an overreaction, but I struggle with that in my head only for one reason. One player and one name, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's start with the AL East and why I'm going to say that's not an overreaction, because I'm just playing the odds at this point.
Yeah.
You give me Juan Soto, give me Aaron Judge, give me Gunnar Henderson. You give me those 3 names. I think one of those guys is going to win the MVP award. The reason I struggle and think, man, this is tougher is because it is Kyle Tucker season, baby. The guy hit 2 homers on Sunday. He's now tied with Gunnar Henderson for the league lead in homers. He's going to have a 30-30 season. He plays a great defense. I love Kyle Tucker, and the MVP season is in full swing right now. But I'm simply playing the odds here. Juan Soto right now is hitting .311 with 11 homers and a .963 OPS. And he doesn't even have the best OPS on the New York Yankees. That belongs to the guy that everyone was worried about. What's going on with Aaron Judge? What's wrong with him? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. He has a .980 OPS on the season now. Over the last 5 games entering Sunday, he had an OPS of 2.239. Aaron Judge has had a good career. He's won an MVP award. That is the highest of any 5-game stretch in his entire career. So don't sleep on Aaron Judge for MVP, my friends. He has played himself right back in it. And I absolutely think you can find yourself getting a good number out there on Aaron Judge to win the MVP solely because his average is sitting at 266 and he started off really slow, but he's back.
I can subscribe to this. Like, I do feel like the AL MVP will come from the Yankees or the Orioles. You actually had Juan Soto as your AL MVP pick to start the season. So if you want to be right, you should definitely hope for that. But Kyle Tucker's your guy, so I get it. It's a little like heart, mind, am I right? Or this would be cool.
Both would be cool.
I could see the struggle.
Sometimes you got to wedge yourself into a position where you're either going to be right and you look great, or you picked your friend. You like your friend to do it. Juan Soto,
That's fair.
by the way,
Yeah.
New York Yankees right now, pull out a blank check, put it on his locker and say, put a number down, put a year down. We'll do it.
Yeah.
They should do it right now.
They have to
Juan
do it.
Soto should be a Yankee for the rest of his career.
He fits. It fits who he is. It just like, it felt like, oh, this is where you've always meant, you were meant to be.
I know it's going to get tricky. I know he's a Boris guy. I know Steinbrenner's on the Yankees. I know it's going to get tricky here.
Everything with Boris has been tricky recently.
But they should make this happen. The Yankees should open up the checkbook, write a blank check to Juan Soto to be a New York Yankee for the rest of his career.
Yankees of the past would.
The Yankees what?
Yankees of the past would.
Yeah, Yankees of the past absolutely
But like
would.
current Yankees,
Hal's dad.
Turn it around. Let's go.
George Steinbrenner would have made this happen the second Juan Soto was traded over to the New York Yankees.
Yep.
He would have. So you already made it happen with Aaron Judge. We see the benefit. This isn't just one player entering your lineup and it changes it around. This is Juan Soto changing the course of the Yankees franchise right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge is a Yankee for life. Open up the checkbook. Blank check to Juan Soto, making him and Aaron Judge a Yankee for the next decade. Make it happen.
Woo. I retweet that.
Yeah.
I agree. Time to move on to our team of the week.
Yeah, it is.
Woo. We had a lot of great performances this week, so I'm excited to get that. We're going to get started behind the plate. Adley Rutschman. What a week.
So I don't think we talk enough about how Adley just came up and changed the Orioles organization for forever.
Like right out of the gates.
The second he came up.
Right out of the gates.
And here, I mean, they've continued. They have never been swept since he got called up.
Like,
never.
that is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
He had 333 on the week. He had 4 homers, 6 RBIs, a 1.316 OPS. Adley, stud, my catcher.
My catcher. Now for your first baseman, Matt Olson.
Yes, Matt Olson, great week. Slow start to the year, hit 471 on the week, a homer, 5 RBIs, and a 1.256 OPS. By the way, shout out Matt Olson. As of Sunday night, 500 consecutive games played.
Wow.
You don't see that much in baseball anymore. So I love that. And I do want to make a big deal of it.
That's incredible.
It feels like in this day and age, in every sport, there's time off, there's load management, there's let's be careful,
Injuries.
let's be cautious. Injuries come up. For somebody to play 500 consecutive games, shout out.
Way to go.
That's awesome. Good for
Way
him.
to go.
So he's at first base.
All right, moving over to second base, Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, heating up a little bit for the Padres.
About time.
350 on the week with 2 homers, 2 RBIs. So not a lot of guys on base for those homers. 2 homers, 2 RBIs, and a 1,000 OPS on the week.
All right, over to third base, Jose Ramirez.
Also heating up. One of the most underrated superstars in the game of baseball. This guy is a star. 391, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, and a 1.177 OPS for Jose Ramirez.
Moving over to shortstop, who you went to go see play this weekend, Mookie Betts.
I did go see Mookie Betts play this weekend, and he didn't play.
It's true.
Speaking of load management,
It's true.
Mookie
It's
didn't
true.
play
It's the one
Saturday.
game you went to.
I was like, what the hell's going on here? Shohei was leading off. They just bumped everybody up the lineup. I was like, okay, cool. Not going to get to see Mookie play shortstop. 375, 2 homers, 2 RBI. A lot of 2 homers and 2 RBI weeks out of guys. 1.194 OPS.
All right, let's move to the outfield. Now, remember, these are just 3 outfielders, not necessarily by position or in any specific order. But, oh, man, Luis Matos. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show is right. First week in the big leagues, hit 455 with 2 homers, 16 RBIs, and a 1.318
The
OPS.
closest next RBI was 10. Like that is absolutely incredible. A huge, like robbed a huge home run. Like that was just welcome. That's got to feel good. All right, let's move to your second outfielder, Jake Myers.
Jake the Rake Myers. Just like we all thought he'd be here on Team of the Week. 474 with 2 homers, 7 RBIs, a 1.407 OPS. Jake was raking. Seriously. Jake the Rake. Jake the Rake. Exactly.
Jake the Rake. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Nice, Alex. No, that's all I got.
Oh, cool.
He's my second of 3 outfielders.
Then let's wrap it up with our final outfielder, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, in case you haven't heard, he's back.
Yeah.
Hit 550 on the week with 3 homers, 5 RBIs, and a 1.929 OPS. That is an unbelievable week out of one of, if not the best hitters in the game of baseball. So obviously, easy choice. He is on my team of the week. 3rd of 3 outfielders.
All right, let's move to our designated hitter, his teammate, Giancarlo Stanton.
Another Yankee. Got a couple Yankees on here. Is Giancarlo Stanton back? I think he might be back.
Say he's back.
I don't know. I watch a lot of his. I've been watching a lot of his at bats. It just looks different. It looks. I'm not going to say he's back to, like Marlins 60 homer Giancarlo Stanton, but he's putting some really good at bats together. 450 batting average on the week, 3 homers, 6 RBI, a 1.476 OPS.
Well, let's keep this Yankee train going because it's time for our starting pitcher of the week, Luis Gil.
No brainer. Luis Gil was nasty. 2 starts, 2 wins on the mound, 12 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and only 8 hits. Most recent start, 14 strikeouts in his start. That is a Yankees rookie record.
Dang.
All-time record for a Yankees rookie. When you're talking about the history of the New York Yankees, that's a long history. Fun fact.
Yep. I love
he
fun
broke
facts.
a mark previously held by Orlando Hernandez, a.k.a. El Duque, who threw out the first pitch of that game.
Cool.
Which is crazy.
Oh, that's
really
epic.
cool.
I love when things like that happen.
Yeah, Luis Gil breaking El Duque's record on the day that he threw out the first pitch. Really, really cool. But shout out him, and he's my starter on the first on this team of the week. 14 strikeouts in that game. Just absolutely dominant.
Well, let's wrap up the team of the week with our relief pitcher of the week, Emmanuel Clase.
Clase was nasty. Just nasty on the mound. 2 saves, 3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 0 runs, 0 hits. He's a guy that's he gets up on the mound. He's got his pitch. He's like Mariano Rivera. You know what's coming. It's going to be a cutter. You're not going to be able to hit it.
Good luck.
In Clase's instance, it's 100 miles an hour. Good luck. Godspeed.
Yeah.
And it has not worked out well for people in Clase's career, honestly. So he is my closer on team of the week, rounding out my team of the week. So behind the plate, Adley Rutschman, Matt Olson at first base, Xander Bogaerts at second, Jose Ramirez at third base, Mookie Betts at shortstop, outfield, Luis Matos, Jake the Rake Myers, Aaron Judge, DH, Giancarlo Stanton, starting pitcher Luis Gil, closer Emmanuel Clase.
All right, now it's time for our players of the week. So, Ben, who you got this week?
I'm going to go with Luis Matos for my player of the week. He is 22 years old and 111 days. The reason I specify the days is because he is the youngest player with consecutive 5+ RBI games. Since when? Since the RBI stat became official.
Whoa.
He is just the 4th Giant to ever do that. 15 RBI, most by a Giants player in his first 6 games of a season. He ended up on these days, hitting .455 with 16 RBIs, a 1.318 OPS. Now, 17 RBIs. This is over the course of since he's come up. 17 RBI are tied for the most by a player aged 22 or younger in a span of 6 games with a plate appearance in each. Vladdy Jr. in 2019, Willie Horton in 1965, and Mel Ott in 1929. He has come up. He has played in 1 week of baseball games, and he is doing things that are unprecedented and just the 4th San Francisco Giant to ever do it. What a week. 16 RBIs, hitting .455. Remarkable. Shout out Luis Matos. He is my player of the week.
He also had an epic steal. Robbed a home run against the Dodgers.
Home run robbery. Love a good home run robbery.
Yeah.
So,
divisional rival.
Hitting them.
That's great.
Taking them away.
Yeah.
16 RBIs.
Love
great.
that.
Who is your player of the week?
My player of the week. All rise. Aaron Judge is back, baby. Back-to-back weeks. He is my player of the week. And his month of May has just been absolutely red hot. And because of that, the Yankees are the best team in the American League. They are first in the AL East. They won their last 5 series. They are 14-3 in the month of May. They just went on a 7-game winning streak, their longest streak since September of 2022. Now, during that streak, Aaron Judge led the league in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, extra base hits, walks, and average distance on batted balls. Like, he was absolutely on fire. And he also now leads the Yankees this season in home runs, doubles, slugging, walks. And that's also really surprising because of the start that Juan Soto got and the slow start that Aaron Judge got.
It happened quick.
It happened really quick. But the thing is, he is the captain. He is the face of the New York Yankees. And it's been incredible what Juan Soto has been able to do. And he is going to elevate this team to get where they want to be. But they need Aaron Judge to be this great in what he's doing right now if they want to make it, like I picked him, to get to the World Series.
Yeah. Well said. What a week. Impressive.
What a week.
Where will the Yankees be?
I'm
on my
curious.
new top 10 power ranking.
Moving on up. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's get to this week's power rankings. And we're going to start at number 10 with the Mariners, who were not ranked last week.
Yeah, the Mariners are, I think they're a good team. They haven't been playing great lately, but with that pitching staff, if they can get, this is the token statement for the Seattle Mariners. With that pitching staff, if they can put up 3 or 4 runs a game, you're going to win the majority of baseball games. So I like the team. They're not playing fantastic, but they are still leading the AL West. So I have them at number 10.
All right, moving to number 9, down 2 spots, the Cubs.
Yeah, the Cubbies are 26 and 22. Not the best week, not great, not bad. The Cubs are just, had to slot them down a couple spots. Just, they got a lot going right. Just not a great week record-wise. But Imanaga still continues to be his nasty self. It is unbelievable to watch him pitch, but had to drop them 2 spots.
All right, at number 8, also down 2 spots, the Brewers.
Yeah, as the Cubs go down, so do the Brewers. Brewers losing a series to lost the weekend series to the Houston Astros. They're in Houston. They're still up there at the top of the NL Central. Just had to bump them down a little bit. Both them and the Cubs down 2 spots.
All right, number 7, moving up 3 spots, the Royals.
29 and 19.
Dang.
Had to bump them up because they are 10 games over 500 for the first time since they won the World Series.
Wow.
It has been a while, but the Royals are a lot of fun to watch. I would love to see them. Why wait till the trade deadline? You know what you need. You need a guy that can hit at the bottom of the lineup.
Yep.
They need another bat. They do. I love the top of their lineup. I love Franco and Bobby Witt and Salvi and Vinny P up there at the top of the lineup. It's a lot of fun. They need some depth.
Yeah.
Bad. Go add a piece. Go look for a guy like I know his season just started, and I know I'm just throwing a name out there. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if the Mets are going to be sellers, but a guy like JD Martinez.
Oh.
Imagine that slotting into your lineup. I don't know. Just
Dang.
a thought. But yeah, Royals here at number 7.
All right, moving on to number 6, probably the lowest I remember them ever being since I've been a part of this show on Power Rankings, down 2 spots, the Braves.
Yeah, Braves are just, they're not firing on all cylinders right now. They're 26 and 15. They are the Sunday night baseball game. As you all know, we record before that. So time will tell if they win that game against the Padres. But yeah, Acuna struggling.
Yep.
They're dealing with some injuries. Obviously, Strider out for the year. So this just isn't the Braves team that we've become accustomed to over the last few years. So you're absolutely right. I don't know it for 100% certainty, but it does feel like over the last few years, this is the lowest that the Atlanta Braves have been.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's move to the top 5. At number 5, up 4 spots, you guys, the Guardians.
Yeah, they deserve some love. And it took me a while to come around on them. Not in terms of are they a good team, but where should they be ranked? Are they a great team? And for me, it was time to put them in the top 5. They are 30 and 17. Jose Ramirez is really heating up at the plate. Josh Naylor is becoming a star in Cleveland. Again, it's hard for guys to get the credit they deserve in Cleveland. It just is. I think Jose Ramirez is the most underrated superstar in baseball. I think Josh Naylor, with his power and ability to hit clutch homers late in games, they've been pitching well. They do it all. Steven Kwan is the American League version of Luis Ariz. He's going to get you 2 knocks a game at minimum. He's hitting over 300. The guy's been really good. So Yeah, Guardians are in the top 5 for me, up 4 spots.
Okay, let's move to number 4, down 1 spot. The Orioles.
Yeah, the Orioles are 29-15.
Mm-hmm.
They're fine. They're in second place in the AL East. I do believe that they're playing good baseball. Good win on Sunday against the Mariners. But yeah, just again, once you get into this top 4 or 5, you're not typically slotting down because of something you do.
It's someone
but maybe
else.
of someone else that's jumping you a bit. But yeah, Orioles are right here at number 4.
Okay, at number 3, down 1 spot, the Dodgers.
Dodgers 31-17. Yeah, that offense is so much fun. I still am a little mad that I went Saturday to watch that lineup and Mookie didn't play. That was a little disappointing.
That's actually like.
But you know who did
it's
play?
It's really funny.
And is a reason that they're going to, if they want to win in the playoffs, they're going to need him. Walker Buehler started when I was there, and it was by far his best outing since he's come back. He was nasty out there. Dodgers are here at number 3.
All right, at number 2, down 1 spot, the Phillies.
Yeah, Phillies are 34-14. They are rolling. A lot of fun to watch them play right now. Their rotation is great. Their offense is great, but they are here at number 2.
Because the best team in the American League is at
right
number
now,
1, up 4 spots, the highest they have been in a long time, the New York Yankees.
Correct. As you have been saying, the best team in the American League right now is the New York Yankees. They are 33-15. They are so much fun to watch. That lineup with Soto and Judge hitting back to back. Not to mention they don't even have Garrett Cole back yet, but we're getting closer and closer to that. The talk was they just need to be good enough until the best pitcher in baseball comes back. Well, they have been better than that. They have been the best team in baseball right now. I truly believe that. That offense, top to bottom, has been really good. To me, the reason I like them here a lot is because it's not just Soto and Judge. What Giancarlo Stanton is now doing to be able to hit 250 with 11 homers and an OPS over 800, that's what they need him to be. Desperately. He can't be this guy that is hitting around the 200 mark, striking out 3 or 4 times a game, running into a ball. He'll hit you 30 plus homers, but he's going to strike out a massive chunk of the time. That's not the case right now. He's back to being a really good hitter, and they need that feared guy behind Judge because then it changes everything. Then you're not just pitching around Aaron Judge because you don't want to face Giancarlo Stanton. So Carlos Rodon's been really, really good. Luis Gil, by the way, 14 strikeouts, Ooh. New York Yankees rookie record. Yeah, things are good right now for the New York Yankees, and they are here rounding out my top 10 power rankings at number 1 for the first time this year. So Seattle Mariners at 10, Cubs at 9, Brewers at 8, Royals at 7, up 3, Braves at 6, down 2. You got the Guardians starting off the top 5 at 5, up 4 spots. Orioles, Dodgers, Phillies at 2, Yankees at 1.
They're going to be in town next week playing the Angels.
Angels?
Yeah.
We calling that
fun.
in town? We considering that in town?
That's in town.
Kinda.
That's in like Southern California. I mean, I wouldn't call like San Diego. They're in San Diego before they come to Orange County. It's close.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just wondering where that line is. Like the Astros are coming to Anaheim soon. I said to Justin, you're coming to town soon. But then it's like, okay, well,
you're not gonna like it's close enough to go to the game, but it's like, oh, let's go get a bite after. It's like, I'm not gonna drive an hour and a half to go get a bite.
Not only is it close enough, I'd rather go there than Dodger Stadium. It is a nightmare.
Okay, if you're going to talk like parking, family friendly, that situation, Angels is like top notch.
Yep.
But if you want the energy, the vibe, and you just kind of deal with the parking situation in LA and the traffic, it is what it is. You go to Dodgers.
Classic LA statement. Just deal with it.
Just deal with it. It is what it is.
Wednesday, Kenley Jansen joining Flippin' Bats. What a great dude. Really, really excited for that one. Do not miss that. Last Saturday, or this Saturday, every Saturday with Smoltz. So if you haven't checked that one out, go do it. But that does it for this Monday episode. Hope everyone had a great weekend. now we get a full week of baseball. I hope everyone enjoys it. Make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple or Spotify. You can watch everything as well. You can watch on Spotify. You can watch on our YouTube channel, Flippin' Bats Pod there. Also, follow us on TikTok. We are getting closer and closer to 100,000 followers, and we put some really cool content out there. So thank you all for listening. Until next time, my friends, which is Wednesday, Kenley Jansen Wednesday. Remember, find your bat and flip it. Peace.